Hello, my name is Adrian Stevens, and this is the introduction to what I hope will be a series of videos on Librivox and Audacity. As a Librivox volunteer, I get to look at the 1-minute tests which newbie contributors to Librivox are required to upload in order to demonstrate that they understand and meet the Librivox technical standards. And in checking such uploads, I noticed that there are a number of mistakes that new participants in Librivox commonly make. And I'm going to include short videos of about 5 or 10 minutes covering each area that is a frequent source of confusion for new people. I'm also going to introduce some more advanced techniques such as editing, noise reduction, use of various tools that are commonly used by Librivox volunteers. And I'm going to introduce the forum that is used to manage Librivox. It's a bit like open source software. There are a few people who administer it, but most of the work is done by a large number of volunteers who all want to contribute their time and effort and dramatic capability to the project. And finally, I'm going to give some pointers on performance for Librivox, how to read poetry and dramatic works. Why am I doing this? Well, I suppose because I enjoy it. I'm not being paid to do it, I'm a volunteer. I have the time, I'm mostly retired. My engineering background got me interested in the technical aspects of recording for Librivox, so that's one aspect of it I find interesting. But in the 6 months that I've been doing this, I've, much to my surprise, become interested in the performance-related aspects of this, in reading poetry and in reading dramatic works. In poetry there's a beat, there's a sound which is a little bit musical, and reading poetry aloud is very different from reading it in your head. And then with dramatic works, this is where Librivox volunteers each read a part and an editor stitches them together. You never know quite who you're talking to is going to sound like, but you get the opportunity of acting a voice. So I've done a London Fink voice, I've done a creepy magician voice, I've done an Australian middle-aged bank clerk voice who turned out to be the hero of the piece, as it happens. I've also found that Librivox has broadened my reading. Previously I was interested only in trashy science fiction, and now I've been exposed to some literature, Sherlock Holmes, Edgar Allan Poe, who's very dark, some philosophy, where I had to read some Latin and a little bit of Greek. That was a bit of a shock to the system. Some history of the British Isles, the chemistry of cookery, and so on and so on. I hope you'll find this video series useful. There'll be about 13 or 14 videos, each of 5 or 10 minutes. I have no idea how long it will take me to produce these, so if you're eagerly awaiting for the next video in the series, do leave a comment and I'll know that there are at least people watching it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.